So that later on, when they reach that age of majority, when they are supposed to register and vote, they would know the parameters of how they should vote. Because frankly speaking, right now, in my experience as congressman in the past 9 years, I've come across young and old alike who don't even recognize or know the difference between the responsibility of a mayor and a congressman. They all look at officials the same way. You give me something that I want. That's how they look at it. So I really do believe that we should incorporate that into education, political literacy. And in addition, financial literacy, even at a young age. One is to teach our children how to become responsible with their money, and hopefully even encourage them to go into business. Filipinos have always been oriented as empleyado. Paglaki mo, magandang trabaho. We have not been really pushed to also become businessmen, even if you're just a small businessman. You could do a lot of things to improve your life. So I think we should teach our children at a young age financial literacy. So with regard to the SK, I don't think we should be teaching them the ways of politics at such an early age. That's why I would rather have the political literacy in first before we let them join on elections and become officials themselves, not knowing how to handle power and money which is given to you as an SK. I would even go so far as supporting a move to abolish SK and just put in an alternative system where we can teach the young about citizenship, and good responsibility as a Filipino, rather than thrust them into something that is a hostile environment for the youth. That's how I look at it. At an early age.
Okay.
There's a comment here. Thank you, Ms. Luffy Biazon, for his awesome mixes here in FB. What's that?
I do DJing.
Ah, you're DJing.
Oh.
I posted in
May vlog watch talent show.
Oh my God. Okay, Biazon.
Yeah, Biazon. Number 7.
Number 7. Okay. Have you asked a question already? Who's next? Here on this side. Question? Generic. One question for all.
I heard in the news na yung rebellion case against the
Oo nga.
passwords.
Oo, grabe.
What are your reactions and your views?
The rebellion case.
Okay, introduce yourself again.
Well, Neric Acosta, una sa balota. Number 1, si Acosta sa pagka-senador. No, I'll answer as a Mindanao one first of all. I haven't read the entire decision on that. But if it were only about rebellion, first of all, we had great, we had great, not only reservation, but we were appalled. I was appalled at the fact that there was first and foremost even an attempt to make the whole Ampatuan massacre sort of to cloak it in some form of a rebellion context, which I believe is not. This is pure and simple a case of murder, of the most heinous sort, and also of electoral violence gone absolutely mad, and also of a state that is implicated no less in the fact that this is kind of an extreme situation in Maguindanao, as it has also been in the past in other parts of Mindanao, really points to the fact that there has been collusion between, in this case, a political warlord clan and the central government. And so I think we must return. If this is about setting this aside as a rebellion, then well and good, but we must return to really understanding the Ampatuan massacre for what it truly is. And it is really the failure of the rule of law in Mindanao, the abuse of state or central power, or in fact the co-optation, it works both ways, the co-optation of a political warlord clan, but also a warlord clan making demands on the central state, which lays haywire to any form of order or security in the region. And so to me, as a Mindanaoan, it's abominable that this has really happened. But it was also even made worse by the fact that the state or the government was trying to put a rebellion cloak around it, if only to sort of skirt what is fundamentally really murder, most foul.
Thank you. Atas Merrick Acosta,
Number 1 sa balota. You read from left to right. Nandun sa left. Upper left.
Okay, who's next? TG, you first?
TG Guingona here.
Number
19 sa balota.
Okay, that's great.
This
Memorized na.
very, very real to me, very emotional because we're from Mindanao, Eric and I, so we really feel about this. Kapitbahay kami. So this just goes to show how much of a gangster administration the administration of Gloria Macapagal Arroyo is. It's just a partnership between a warlord and a central government, a central administration, those who are in power in the national government. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. You do whatever you want down there, you violate the laws, okay lang, I'll look the other way on one condition. Pagdating sa national elections, kailangan magdaya ka para manalo ako at manalo yung mga kasama ko sa administrasyon. And that has been the arrangement for so long a time. And now they have created this monster. But this monster should be it is pure, as Nerik said, it is pure and simple murder, and people should be made accountable to it. But I do not see any accountability under this administration. We have to wait for the next administration to come in and make sure that the next administration does its job in bringing the people to justice. But again, this is part of the larger picture. And the larger picture is that the Ampatuans are not the only warlords in this country. There are several other warlords all over the country, not just in Mindanao. And for us to have a truly functioning democracy, we must really dismantle these warlords. Unless and until we do it, we cannot have a true and functioning democracy in this country. We need a government, a national government that will implement the laws and will have the wherewithal to really dismantle all of these. Otherwise, no amount of peace talks, especially in Mindanao, can really prosper because there are too many people holding so many guns, holding so many grenades. You just don't know where to start. The first thing is we have to dismantle all the warlords all over the country and implement our laws fully.
Thank you, TG Guingona, number
19 sa balota.
19 sa balota. Ma-memorize ko na yan. Who will be next? Dr. Martin?
Patuan massacre.
Martin
there were rebellion cases.
Bautista po, number 5 sa balota. Pati ako nakiking number 7. Give me 5, Dr. Bautista sa balota. Ang Patuan is a reflection again of the depravity in which our society exists right now. 57 is a heinous number of Filipinos killed. But every day, 100 Filipinos die from a treatable condition called tuberculosis. And this is every day. We have become so desensitized as a nation that we don't care. We don't stop. Every day, 100 Filipinos, more than or almost double